How to take out the KV-1 with a Cromwell. Step 1. Shoot the sides to take out the crewman, but only to take out a fuel tank. Step 2. Shoot the gun bridge sticking outside the turret.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
Step 3. Knock out his mobility so he can stop wiggling. Step 4. Shoot the tiny 75mm thick window and get a fuel exploded kill now instead of earlier on. Hey guys, it's Jim here and welcome back to War Thunder. Today, we are checking out a tank that may or may not be everybody's favorite or maybe somebody's favorite. I really have no idea. Like, it's kind of a left and right situation. This is a Cromwell Mark 1 and let me break it down to you and you'll see what I'm talking about. First things first, armor. This is really nothing much to look at honestly. 63mm of armor with zero slope whatsoever. Meaning that if you're pointing it first at enemy tanks, yeah, it doesn't really take much to get one-shotted or basically die to a low-tier tank from, 1.7 onwards. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but why the British design the tank like this is really beyond me. Now I get there's some areas here, but this is really not enough for a double layer. So one of the options to make this thing a little more survivable is to simply angle. So you might be thinking, oh, angling it might give the front more armor, but your sides are exposed. But here's the thing though. If you angle, your side armor is actually a little bit more protective than you think. As you can see, 40mm of whole armor that is sitting directly underneath a 32mm of armor. Yeah. So if you actually angle, you'll be surprised at what kind of rounds you can actually bounce with your sides and your front. Not to mention, there's also all these tracks and wheels in the way. As well as this thing, like, this is actually a pretty truly side armor if I be honest. Especially if you're angling. But unfortunately I can't say the same for the turret. 64mm just like the front, but the so-called double layer isn't really affecting here. Because as you can see, a near flat 90° split right here, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be more than that. Gaijin. But yeah, it's not really a double layer armor here, considering the fact that this is not an easy thing to miss. So yeah, explosive mass pen right through here. You should be able to kill your entire crewman. Not to mention your composition, structural steel on the inside of the tank doesn't really protect them. So yeah, armor on this thing is pretty mediocre. So yeah, 51mm sights, 46mm sight that's sitting underneath 20mm of armor, and the rear is nothing much to look at. So the other option other than just angling this thing is to simply just drive. Yeah, just move. Because as you can see, for a medium tank that isn't too heavy, you have a really powerful engine. 600 horsepower at 2550 RPM, 64 kilometers an hour. Even though it's narrow tracks, yeah, you can definitely keep up with American light tanks. I wish I was joking when I said that. Just one thing to note though, if I say that you keep driving, that means you keep driving. Why? Because like most British tanks, you don't have reverse speed. Like 3.8 kilometers an hour, that's a freaking joke. So yeah, just keep driving, make use of your neutral steering to get between, like, to help you keep yourself mobile. Keep driving, go between cover to cover. Yeah, only reverse if you really have to. Otherwise, can't stop, won't stop, just keep driving. Now moving on, we're looking at the next selling point of this thing. This is the 6-pounder 57mm cannon. And this is probably one of the strongest allied guns that you can have. Let me show you. This is what we'll be firing. The armor-piercing cam ballistic cap shell. 122mm of penetration at point blank and a very good angle of penetration. Now, when you get this thing for the first time, this may be a little bit of a struggle. So I suggest after parts and FP, immediately start grinding for the different kinds of shells. Maybe skip the high velocity entirely and just go for this. At least you have a better angle of penetration. But in the end, when you grind this thing, this is what you want. So yeah. Just a quick little heads up though, if you're comparing this with the American 75mm, you don't have explosive mass, which is unfortunate. So that means if you're playing this thing and you face like T-34s or Panzer 4s, you kind of have to do the whole two-tap tactic. But at least the good news is that if you're up close and personal with a T-34, you should be able to pan the front slow. Otherwise, with a small caliber, good velocity, and quite good penetration, you'll be surprised at what kind of T-34 turrets you can actually pan. Anyway, other aspects of the gun, you have 4.5 seconds reload. I am running as per Cromwell, but that's actually pretty fast, which is exactly what we need if we need to put 2 shots just to take out 1 tank. And moving on, negative 12 gun depression, that is actually pretty excellent. Like, negative 10 gun depression is pretty good, so any more than that is actually excellent. So yeah, negative 12 gun depression, you can find yourself a good position pretty easily. Anyway, targeting speed 21 degrees per second, that's not bad. And you have a gun stabilizer, vertical. And to be honest, with how fast this thing moves, sometimes it doesn't feel like it has a gun stabilizer. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Alright, if you watch the entire breakdown, you can probably see why this is kind of a left and right thing going on here. Like, people hate this, people love this, people, love-hate relationship with this thing. I mean, armor is... it's just trolly in general, but half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. And the gun as well, half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. So yeah, this is why people have difficulty with this thing.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attention to the map.
There you go. Oh, there is somebody I do not want to see. Oh, there's one below us.
Attention to the map.
Time to relocate. You know the guy I'm aiming for? What? Oh no, I effed up.
Excuse me.
You have got to be kidding me, game.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
I don't want to waste ammo.
Most of the strategic zones are captured. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You guys got the drop it right there.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Ah, what you gonna do now, bitch? Apparently reversing the cover. Of course there's a second one.
The Allied forces have captured a zone. Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours. The artillery is on the position.
Thank you, Chevy. Oh. I'm going. Oh, never mind.
Attention to the map! We no longer have the advantage. We don't have the advantage anymore. Let's go! Our sector is under artillery barrage! Allied forces have captured a zone.
126. Oh shit on my nuts. You want it, pal? No, legit. The guy worried about the wall.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Oh dear. Oh, that goes breach, yes.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Where are you going, buddy? That actually stretched me a little bit. I thought it was something. It's a damn shaman. You sneaky little bugger. You were waiting for my friend, weren't you?
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
There we go.
Attention to the map.
I thought there was someone behind me. Alright, I'm coming, buddy.
The artillery is ready. The enemy is winning. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Something like that, one shot him.
Attention to the map. We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
And I got ghost shell. Really, game? Thank you. Stupid optic.
That zone. Allied forces have captured a zone. Attention to the designated grid square.
Come on.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Which way are you going, I'm gonna ask? Okay, that is just nasty. Right. You guys not killing me?
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Who's winning? Next target.
Drive! Drive! No? You didn't see me. That's interesting.
Yes, a hit. The target's been destroyed.
Yeah, that's right, M24. Oh, why can't I get that time?
Sorry.
Damn it!